Hey guys, it's Andrea. It's Monday and I am working on a bunch of alterations. It's been one of those weeks where there are a lot of things coming into the studio, and sometimes on Mondays I like to do alterations because they require a lot of focus, and it's really good to be able to kind of come at an alteration with a clear mind. You really don't want to go into an alteration without clearing your thoughts, relaxing a little bit, and giving it some focus, because you are about to go into a garment that's already been made and you don't want to mess it up. So I've got this dress and I'm going to show it to you and show you what I'm working on. And the first thing I'm going to do with this scope is show you how I take out seam allowances or how I change a seam allowance to let a dress out without messing it up, shifting the seams, or putting a big hole in the garment. Okay, so let me show you what I'm working on. Hold on, and let's pray to the Periscope gods that you can see what I'm doing, because sometimes, with video, it's hard to see exactly, the fine details of sewing. Hold on. Alrighty, so it's Monday. It's very dark in my studio in the mornings. This dress is a luncheon dress, and there's 3 points of alteration on it. I've already cut off the hem because the hem was sewn together in such a way that that was going to allow me access into the dress, okay? The sides need to be let out. Sometimes that'll really help the drape of a dress. And I've already done one side. So you can see, this is what I'm going to show you what I did. But you see how I let that out? That's giving me an extra ½ an inch in this dress. And sometimes that can really make a dress fit so much better. And then the last task I have is this sleeve, and it needs to be taken in and taken up. And this was actually easy for once. That's kind of a quick and dirty, this is the way the garment was done. So this is the way it was purchased in the store, and that is pretty quick and dirty considering a lot of the fine alterations that I do. Whenever you see serge and a flip, that's a pretty easy seam to do, and usually you don't see that. I mean, this garment is fully lined, but check it out, no sleeve lining. So that just made my life a little easier today. Hold on real quick. I'm gonna get inside the garment and show you the pre-work that I've already done. So let me get my little tripod here. Okay. All right, getting into the garment. So what I did before I started scoping was I went inside, and I like to do my alterations where the seam is already, this is the side seam, and it's got, you see 2 lines of stitching there. What I like to do when I need to let a garment out is I will do that. I will sew the second seam, which is this seam right here, before I seam rip. And the reason why is because we don't want any shifting in the seams. We don't want this to suddenly go up, and we also don't want to lose traction. Now, I do see something right here that concerns me. Look at how much this fabric unravels. I am going to go back in really quick and sew that. So I'm going to bring my machine over here. Don't spill your coffee, Andrea. Okay, let's get in there. So, I am going to, I'm sorry, I'm getting really close to the audio, guys. So if it's loud and weird, I'm sorry. I'm going to get a little closer at this one spot. So let me pull back a little. I know that this is probably harder to see because, the nature of Periscope and what I can get with video. So I'm just reinforcing this part. That's all I'm doing. And then what I'm going to do is take this out. All right, now trim that guy. So that will prevent that little extra, let me get that light in there. Come on, buddy, help me out here. What? That. So that little bit of extra, see, now I've got this little bit right there. That's gonna save my seam from tearing out. If she was wearing it and then suddenly it ripped a hole, that would be embarrassing, and I would be very upset about that. So now I've got a safety pin here and a safety pin here. The reason for that is so that when I get to the outside, I can see what I'm doing. And I need to know where to stop and start because I don't want to go past my safety pin, tiny safety pin marker. Okay, tiny safety pin marker. So what I'm going to do now, this is critical. Let me see if I'm getting you really in there. I got to make sure you guys can see. You can see the seam. All right, now, yeah, this is critical. It's such fine level detailing that I don't know if you can see this, but I'm forcing my finger, that's my finger, up into the seam. And I'm taking my seam ripper and I'm going to pop. I just sounded like a Midwesterner. Pop! We don't say soda in the Midwest, we say pop. I'm gonna pop the first stitch. And then I start pulling. And that's the safest way that I've found to do this technique. This is easier for me than, like, you never want to drag it because you could slice the fabric. But you do have to use a little tension. And this is how I use this on a lot of fine fabrics and delicate detailing. So now I'm going to make my way all the way to the top of the seam, right back where my last safety pin marker is. I'll take those safety pins out and then I'm going to go to my iron and press. So that really, when you're dealing with this type of fine material, that's how I alter the side seams. I'm going to be back in a little bit and show you how I'm going to take in the sleeves. I hope this was helpful. Bye.